do you think the difference was between that 24-point first half and then the second half?
I think mentality. I mean, it's got to be one of those things where you expect to score every time you get the ball. So same way we came out in the beginning, we got to have the same mentality come out in the second half. So definitely we need to clean that up and come out firing on all cylinders.
You kind of said that the running backs weren't hitting the holes quite as hard in the second half. Did you kind of see the same thing on the sideline?
Not quite. I mean, I think we'd have probably the 7th grade All-American team of the world if that was the case. I think we played okay. There's obviously lots of room for corrections, and there's always something you can do better on film. But I thought they played a clean game. But obviously, we got to make it right no matter what. Run through tackles, accelerate on contact, always fall forward, that type of thing. So always room for improvement.
How do you guys get better on third down too? Is that something that you just have to execute in the game, or can you kind of work on different play calls throughout the week and work on that during practice?
Just a higher emphasis on that. We just did it in practice tonight actually too. It's put a little more in the line, a little made it a little more competitive, a little more incentivized there for if they don't get the third down in practice, we're gonna have kind of a penalty for it. So it'll be definitely an emphasis going forward.
Was it at the same time good to see the team convert so well on fourth down? I think 4 or 5, and I think at least one of the touchdowns came on a fourth down play.
We're actually talking to the officials if we can actually set the marker for third down and actually say it's fourth down and then go ahead from there. So I think we're one of the season. I think we're 7 conversions. I think now 7 or 9 maybe. So pretty good, but might as well not get to fourth down. Do it on third down. But yeah, yep.
What do you make of the O-line through 2 games? Obviously having a lot of sack yet this season, and kind of created some pretty good holes for your guys, especially in the Wyoming game.
Yep, some good continuity from those guys, and they're all on the same page. They're all playing together. Gardner helps us out there too, with his mobility a little bit. But it's been fun to see, and then also, like you said, getting some nice holes where we can kind of hit those things downhill, and it's been good so far, so good.
What do you recall from the last game against Eastern 2 years ago?
They'll be ready to play. So we just got to worry about ourselves and play our best game, because they'll be fired up. Martin State will be rocking, and they're going to come in here with a little chip on their shoulder, because those guys, a lot of those guys are kind of in the same recruiting territory that Washington State is. So it'll be a fun matchup, and we're not going to overlook anybody. Respect everyone, fear no one.
I think it was their quarterback's first career start. Obviously, he's come a long way since then. What do you remember about him, especially in that game?
No, he was dealing that game. He's a big old boy, and he's got a good arm, and he knows where to put the ball. So we're going to have to slow him down, and a lot of good players. A lot of good players from the team all across the board. So it'll be a fun challenge for us.
How do you grade Max's second game as opposed to his first game?
Well, there's no fumble in the second game, so that was good. And then obviously he's a guy that runs hard, falls forward, does all those kind of things. So as far as yards per carry, I think he was tops on the team last week. His pass protection is improving. That needs to keep improving each week. And pleased with his progress so far.
Is toughness really an emphasis in practice this week, especially for the offense?
Sure. That's got to be a mentality. I mean, it's easier for an offensive guy, especially a bunch of receivers and kind of what we do. Nature of the offense, passing the ball. It's got to be one of those things where no matter what you're doing, you got to be tough, and it's got to be a decision that they make going into the game. It can't be one of those things you try and turn it on and off.